Okay, so everyone knows you as this iconic actress, but your jazz roots even precede your acting, right?
That's right. I started singing when I was about three and a half years old with my dad's jazz band.
Right, and that's where the love for jazz came?
Yeah, I think so. For me, it's like the musical version of comfort food.
Don't you forget about me.
What is it about jazz that just makes it in your wheelhouse? Is it your voice tone, or is it the fact that you just love it?
I think I just love it. I mean, it's the most joyful thing that I do. It's relaxing. I don't know. I like the whole vibe.
And who are your jazz influences?
Wow, there's a lot. I think probably the strongest one, of course, is Ella Fitzgerald. I think for just about every singer. But I loved Blossom Dearie and Anita O'Day and Chet Baker. I think those are probably those are the people that come to mind.
Any Canadians make it on the list? Diana Krall?
Diana Krall, yes, love her.
Right.
And Joni Mitchell, who's not really so much a jazz person, but amazing.
And what was it about this point in your career that you wanted to make a jazz album?
I've wanted to do it for a really long time. It just took me a while to get to it. I was kind of busy doing other things.
Right.
So it was just something that I wanted to do kind of on the side. I never really expected to tour with it, but everything just kind of came together, and it just sort of happened.
And as opposed to acting, what's touring like on stage, being a musician?
It's great. I mean, it's really fun. I love my musicians. It's something that I really enjoy. I mean, the touring part of it, being away from my family, I don't love that, but the music's great.
And on this album, do we have any collaborations with specific musicians?
Yeah, I pretty much tour with the same musicians. Peter Smith, who arranges everything for me, and he's my pianist, and Trevor Ware and Clayton Cameron, Alan Mesquita, and we're usually on the road together.
Okay, so tell us about the performance coming up Thursday night.
Well, it's on the 10th at 8 o'clock, and I will be here with my trio. And it's different every night. I do a lot of songs that are on my album, which is called Except Sometimes, and then we sort of mix it up. And, I talk to the audience and kind of, I like to make it's not scripted, it's just kind of different every night.
Now, when the audience gets involved, what do they ask you?
Well, they don't really ask me. I sort of talk to them. It's sort of more kind of, energy. There's a couple times I ask a couple questions, and, it just sort of depends on the night and my mood.
Now, looking back on your career, you've been in such iconic movies in the 80s. Do you look back at those moments and think of just the absolute fondness, or how do you look back at that period in your life?
I look back at them with a lot of fondness. Yeah. I mean, it was, they're my teen years. They were fun.
Yeah. And what was it like working with John Hughes?
Amazing. Yeah. He was great.
When you look back at your movie career and you think of just how big these movies are and how they've stood the test of time, does that give you just such a sense of pride of being in them?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I'm really glad that I was the girl that was in those movies. I mean, they've had a huge impact, and now I'm getting ready to show them to my daughter. So it's sort of like seeing all those movies from her eyes is really, really amazing.
That must be a surreal experience, right? What is she going to think when she sees Mom in those pictures?
I don't know. We'll see.
Are you all a little bit worried, hesitant, or?
No, not really. Maybe a little, but no. I mean, all of her friends have seen them, and she's seen scenes from them. She's seen parodies,
Right.
She saw Pitch Perfect, so I feel like it's just a matter of time.
Now, having gone through Hollywood at a young age, and now having a daughter, would you lead her in that direction to become an entertainer, or a presenter, or an actress? No.
I'm not crazy.
No, you're not crazy?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if she wants to when she's older, after she's graduated from college, yeah, but not as a kid.
And now the difference between what you went through in the 80s, being in young Hollywood, having that kind of success, do you see it any different now with the new generation coming up?
I just think it's a lot harder now, and
Really?
You have to give up a lot more of your private life, with the social media and with the internet, and it's just a lot more invasive. And I don't know. I don't think I would have done it if it was the climate that it is now.
So it was kind of a saving grace that there was a little bit of privacy when you were back?
I think so. Yeah, definitely.